Well, hi, I'm glad to be here and talk about Eastern in 125 years. It's quite an honor. I'm taken about how the institution has changed over the many years. And I'd like to just give you a little bit of a brief historical sketch of what Eastern was like when I came there in 1975. I came from a background of private industry. I had no academic experience. And so when I arrived at Eastern, I was different. I think people were perhaps a little aghast that I was there, but I started out as a business officer and I worked with a great guy. His name was Wayne McGrath. He was the president just prior to me being president, and he was a great mentor. He really supported me, and people loved Wayne, and he worked for the institution and had it at his heart. In 1984, I became president, and I had another great mentor. His name was Rick Mattias, and he's still on the governing board at Eastern. Rick had a lot of faith in me and gave me a lot of support, and I'll always look up to him and appreciate what he's done for me. And then, believe it or not, what now is 12 years ago, in 2002, I retired after 27 years, 18 of them as president. But let me just give you a sketch of what the institution was like between 1975 and 82. Eastern was like a bumblebee. Everybody knew it was flying, but it shouldn't fly. It didn't have the right aerodynamics. It didn't have enough property tax support base. It didn't have enough population to support a community college, and yet one was there. And everyone wondered if it was going to keep on going. To give you an idea, we're so used to seeing Eastern today, but to give you an idea, the buildings and grounds, none of them matched. The buildings were all different colors. Many of them were run down. The grounds were so-so. Equipment was not too good a shape. And in 1982, actually the institution had less than 10 days of working capital. They were just about out of money. In addition, Eastern had debt. We owed debt on our South Campus, we owed debt on our Fine Arts Auditorium, and we owed debt for Mark Allen Hall. And all of them were pulling at our reserves. To give you an idea how tight things were at Eastern, in 1979, when the old main building burnt twice, we actually had no money except what we got for insurance to build a new administration building, and we got an $800,000 settlement for that building and used that money to build the administration building, which is now a very nice computer facility, the McGrath Computer Facility. But when I came in as president, I had a number of goals that I think were important then and they're important now. I first of all wanted absolute integrity in all my actions. I was convinced that people would follow my lead. And if I used absolute integrity in everything I did, others would as well. And I still believe that today. I wanted financial stability. I felt Eastern needed to not have to worry day in, day out if we were going to have enough money to continue operating. I wanted no debt. And Eastern now, of course, has absolutely no debt. We were the very first community college in the state of Arizona to have no debt. And people said, why do you want to do that? You know, there's so many financing opportunities. And we had come up with such rough times, such stark times, that we said, we don't want any debt. I wanted strong cash reserves so we could take advantages of things that we needed to do, whether it was buying land or building new facilities. I wanted Eastern to be top-notch in every respect. And an important thing, and this came from a guy named Stephen Covey, I wanted our campus to be green and clean. People would come to the campus in the early days, and when it looked like such an eclectic collection of buildings, they'd say, well, I think people were maybe a little hesitant to show friends what the school looked like, because they thought if it doesn't look like it's great outside, how can it be good inside? And so our goal was to have our campus be the best looking campus in the state, and I think that's something that's achieved and it still holds today. I would say that there's a really secret formula that Eastern has, but not a very complex formula for success. One is to have top-notch caring professionals. That's really important. You've got to have people that know what they're doing and really care to help others succeed. I wanted to have excellent support systems, both academic and social systems, to help students have a wonderful experience at Eastern, because I knew if they did, they would tell their brothers and sisters and uncles and aunts and nephews and nieces, and others would want to come to Eastern, and that holds true today. Many, many students will talk about what a wonderful experience they have at Eastern. I really believe that Eastern Arizona College is the best community college in the state of Arizona. So many talented people there. And you know, if you work there, that the people there really do care. The goal is to help the people come to Eastern and succeed. Do whatever it takes to help them succeed. And that's a very proud heritage. And I had a little saying I used to share with a lot of groups, and I think it holds true today. It's from an anonymous source, and you've probably heard it. I used it dozens of times, and it was called Silver Wings. I have a premonition that soars on silver wings. I dream of your accomplishments and other wondrous things. I do not know beneath what sky, nor where you'll challenge fate. I know we'll be high. I know that you'll be great. Hi, I'm Gherald L. I'm a former member of Eastern's professional team, and I'm proud to be a fighting Gila monster.